Have you ever thought why bad things happen? Or why some moments in life seem unfair? We've all been there, facing challenges that make us question everything. Why do we lose what we love? Why does life sometimes feel so unpredictable? Today, I want to share a powerful story that will change how you look at challenges and blessings. This is a tale about an old man who teaches us one of life's greatest lessons. Everything happens for a reason. Once upon a time, in a small, quiet village surrounded by mountains, there lived an old man. He wasn't wealthy. He didn't own land or gold, but he had everything he needed to live a peaceful life. His most prized possession was a beautiful white horse. The horse was strong, graceful, and admired by everyone in the village. Many rich people came to him, offering large sums of money to buy the horse. But no matter how much they offered, the old man always refused. He would simply smile and say, "This horse is not just an animal. He is my friend, my family." The villagers couldn't understand why he wouldn't sell the horse. They thought he was foolish for turning down such opportunities. But the old man didn't care. He knew the true value of what he had. One morning, the villagers woke up to startling news. The old man's white horse was gone. It had disappeared without a trace. The villagers rushed to the old man's house, shaking their heads in disbelief. "You should have sold it when you had the chance," they exclaimed. "What terrible luck! Now you've lost your most prized possession." The old man listened quietly, his expression calm and unchanged. After a moment, he simply replied, "Maybe it's bad, maybe it's not, who knows?" The villagers were confused. They thought he was trying to hide his sadness or pretending to be strong. But seeing that he wasn't upset, they eventually left him alone, still convinced that this was the worst thing that could have happened. 3 days passed, and just when everyone had given up hope, something unexpected happened. Early one morning, the white horse returned to the village, but it wasn't alone. It brought with it 3 wild horses from the mountains. The villagers couldn't believe their eyes. They ran to the old man shouting excitedly, "What incredible luck! You lost 1 horse and gained 4. This is truly a miracle." But the old man remained as calm as ever. With a quiet smile, he said, "Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. We must wait and see." Once again, the villagers were puzzled by his response. How could he stay so composed? Why wasn't he celebrating this amazing turn of events? Yet, they couldn't deny that his words carried a deep sense of wisdom and patience, qualities that made him stand apart from everyone else. The old man had a son, a young, strong boy who loved to help his father with the horses. Together, they began training the 3 wild horses that had returned with the white horse. The boy worked tirelessly, determined to make the wild horses gentle and useful. But one day, while riding one of the untamed horses, disaster struck. The horse bucked fiercely, throwing the boy to the ground. He fell badly and broke his leg. The injury was serious, and the boy could barely walk. When the villagers heard about the accident, they rushed to the old man's house once again. "Such bad luck," they cried. "First the horse runs away, then it comes back with others, and now your only son is injured. What will you do now?" The old man listened quietly, his face calm as always. After a moment, he replied, "Sometimes the path to something good is full of pain. We don't always see the bigger picture." His words left the villagers speechless. They didn't understand how he could remain so composed in the face of such misfortune. Not long after the boy's accident, dark clouds of war began to gather over the kingdom. News spread quickly that battles were raging, and soon soldiers arrived in the village. They moved from house to house, taking every healthy young man to join the fight. The villagers watched helplessly as their sons were taken away, knowing the dangers that awaited them on the battlefield. But when the soldiers reached the old man's home, they saw his son lying there with his broken leg. He was still recovering and clearly unfit for battle. Without a word, the soldiers turned and left, sparing the boy from being drafted. The villagers, who had once thought the boy's injury was a stroke of bad luck, now realized its hidden significance. They gathered around the old man, their voices filled with awe. "You were right," they exclaimed. "Your son's broken leg saved his life. All our sons are now in danger, but yours is safe because of this." The old man listened quietly, his expression calm as always. After a moment, he spoke, his voice carrying the weight of wisdom. "Life moves between joy and pain, good and bad. Everything happens for a reason. What seems like a curse today may become a blessing tomorrow. We must trust the journey, even when we cannot see where it leads." His words lingered in the air, leaving the villagers lost in thought. Let's take a moment to reflect on everything that happened in this story. At first, when the white horse disappeared, it seemed like a terrible loss. But soon the horse returned, bringing 3 wild horses with it, what appeared to be an incredible blessing. However, those same wild horses led to the son's accident, which felt like another tragedy. Yet in the end, that very injury saved the boy's life when war broke out, and all the other young men were taken away. This story teaches us a powerful lesson. In life, we often judge situations too quickly. What looks like a curse today may become a blessing tomorrow, and what seems like good fortune might carry hidden challenges. Life is unpredictable, moving between joy and pain, success and struggle. But through it all, there is always a reason, even if we can't see it right away. So, I encourage you to stay patient during tough times and trust the journey. Have faith that every experience, whether good or bad, has something valuable to teach you. Keep moving forward because in time, everything will make sense. The old man's story reminds us to remain calm during tough times. Faith and patience can help us navigate life's ups and downs. No matter how difficult things may seem, there is always a bigger picture that we might not see right away. So the next time life throws you a curveball, remember, everything happens for a reason. Keep faith, stay strong, and trust the process. Life has its own way of balancing things, and what feels like a loss today could be the beginning of something beautiful tomorrow. If you enjoyed this story, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more inspiring content. I'd love to hear from you too. Let me know in the comments. What's a challenge you faced that turned into a blessing? Your stories inspire others, just as this one might have inspired you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.